And welcome to Capital Talk, a program we hope will have an impact on the future of Kenya. Now, more than ever, I'm JEFF KOINANGE. Now, all this week, if you've been watching Capital Talk, you know it's all about the Ocampo 6, because this is no doubt the most important week in this nation's history so far. For a lot of us, all eyes will be tuned to The Hague. And as we promised, we're going to get you as many of the Ocampo 6 as we can on the bench. And on the bench today is a young man who was probably the biggest surprise in that list when it was revealed. The biggest surprise, because who would have thought that one of us, one of the fourth estate, if you will, a journalist, a presenter, would be among the six? How did that come about? Why him? He's been wondering about this all along. That's right. In fact, he says he can't even afford to go to The Hague. He's calling on friends to chip in, send him to The Hague, pay his legal fees so that he can defend himself, because he says he's innocent. Folks, sit back. The young man from CAS FM, Joshua Arap sang. My brother.
Chamge, man.
Chamge mi sing mambo. Yamune. Kararan.
Chamge sema. You must be knowing this by now.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like you know Kikuyu.
I know.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Joshua, man.
Yeah, man.
Like I said at the beginning of this show, yours was probably the biggest surprise.
To myself and to many. That is true.
When you heard your name, when you saw your picture on TV along with the other five, what went through your mind?
I just laughed. I just laughed because, you know, you are waiting. And people, okay, there were some rumors in the morning. Somebody called me, told me, guy, be set. Things are coming. You'll be in. Your name is somewhere. And I said, no, how? I was from a seminar by Uyano, media speaking to media, and learning on how to contain the situation when the names are announced. No idea my name was going to be there. But only when I saw it, I say, surely, I remember I was with my boss. I told him, is that Arap sang me? Are you sure that is me?
Because you couldn't believe it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it? Then I just laughed. I said, okay. Then the fade ahead for ICC really faded. Because I thought, you know, going by the standard of the people who are there already. Talk of these gangs. Talk of guys, gorillas. Yeah. Guys who have been fighting that kind of a thing.
Guys who were seen on TV.
Yes, presidents. Then here, a journalist, Arap Sang in particular, it's a big joke. And I said, yeah, if that is it, fine. I'm innocent. And that is what I told myself, I'm innocent. Number two, my God knows me. My listeners can attest to this on what I've been doing. So I said, let's face it, I have no problem.
What do you think they had on you, Joshua? What do you think? Do they have recordings? Do they have copies of recordings? Because why you at that time? Why only you?
Maybe I should ask you a question first. You remember the time I was at the bench?
Yes.
You asked me a question.
Yeah, I said you were on the list.
You are on the list. Are you an agent of Ocampo? How did you know that?
Because you were shocked when I told you, that you're on the list. Yes.
Because I knew, okay, my name was the working list, so that kind of a thing, I know the reports.
Yes.
Those were just reports.
Yeah.
But you're talking of ICC. I said, Jeff must be joking. And by then you were joking.
Yeah.
But when it came, I said, this guy, let's watch him. Let's watch him. Maybe ulikaa huko sana labda wazungu, they know something about you. But only lol,
yes.
As you said,
why you?
I don't know. And that question is the one that has given me a lot of courage to go to ICC, to go to The Hague and get the reality, get the answers to those questions. Why Arap sang? But okay, I found a bit of it when they were issuing the sermons, that what I did announcements for ODM. Yeah. And that was a campaign time. Announcements was done by all the stations and were paid for. So when somebody says I did announcements for ODM, and by the way, in my station, I don't do announcements myself. Mine is my program, breakfast show.
Right.
So I didn't do that. So, but all in all, that is the question that is in my mind. Why Arap sang? But something vividly come to my mind that since ICC, for a case to qualify, you have to have an organization. And as if they say the principal organizers or the principal guys in this other part is Ruto and Kosgei. They say they use ODM as an organization. You have to have a military wing, which I don't know how they qualify the Kalenjin community, the whole Kalenjin community, to be that military wing. Number 3, you have to have a structure in terms of, media or communication. And that is why I think this guy fetched me in through that window, that because we have to get communication. How do these guys communicate to the others? They used CAS. Why CAS is a station that most of the Kalenjin listen to. Arap Sang is one guy that is more vocal in the station. So maybe they say, now for this to qualify, let's bring this guy in. Yeah, and use him, say that these other guys were using him, to send there, to propagate their ideas. Yeah. But you wonder, because when they talk about, even I was reading and they say that this is an organization called AMO. I think it's like Gema in central Kenya. And it's that it was organizing for CAS nights, these cultural nights. And I know very well that cultural nights are organized even by Carnival itself.
Yes.
Yeah, we have 2 as Kalenjin. They have given us 2.
And we have Mungiki.
We have Mungiki. I mean, not... what do you call this? This is Mungiki thing. They have...
Mogidi night, yes.
We have Murembe night.
Yes.
All those nights. Yes. And they are there. But the shocking thing, and I think this is a joke, is that AMO is a foundation. This one is a Christian, more found on a Christian values. Yeah. And they say they organize the CAS night where secular music is performed. You really laugh.
What's wrong with that?
They don't, because it's a Christian organization. How do you organize for people to go drink, marry, and sing those secular music? Yeah. And you're a Christian organization? Is it possible?
The other thing that boggles my mind, Joshua, is the fact that you don't own CAS FM.
Yep.
If they wanted to say that CAS was propagating all of this, they would get the owner of CAS. You're just an employee, a senior one at that, with a very popular show, but you're not CAS.
Those are the questions maybe Ocampo should really answer to us. But as I said, they had to get somebody, to feed that communication aspect of the organization. And that's why, me being dear to the Kalenjin, because we talk with them, they love me because of the kind of education I've given them, information I've given them, the kind of show the way I ran. Maybe that was it. But all in all, I would say about a station and that kind of thing, I don't know. I don't know. Because one thing you see, ICC, in my small understanding, is that it deals with individuals, not organizations. Yeah, so they had to find somebody within the organization. Yeah, not really anybody, because if they said, okay, my chairman, because he's the owner, then how does he come in? Yeah, how, he was not talking, he was not doing anything. That's why they went to the person